What if I told you that right now, as you sit here watching this video, another version of you might be watching, observing, and even influencing your life? Sounds eerie, right? Yet, there are subtle, disturbing signs that this could be happening. Have you ever experienced moments when you felt out of place, like you didn't quite belong? Or had dreams so vivid that they seemed more like memories than imagination? These unsettling experiences could be clues that your alternate self is much closer than you think, maybe even watching you right now. Science and spirituality have long suggested that we live in a multiverse, with endless versions of ourselves existing in parallel realities. But what happens when those realities collide? From glitches in perception to dreams of alternate realities, these strange phenomena might just be your alternate self trying to make contact. Are you ready to uncover the chilling truth about how closely connected you really are to these parallel versions of yourself? Prepare to dive into the unknown and explore the disturbing signs that your life is being watched, maybe even guided, by a version of yourself living in a completely different reality. By the end of this, you might start noticing the subtle ways your alternate self is trying to reach out, leaving behind clues in your everyday life. But be warned, once you recognize these signs, you may never see your world the same way again. Sudden, unexplained shifts in preferences. Have you ever woken up one day with a sudden urge to try something entirely new, something that never crossed your mind before? You might find yourself drawn to a hobby, music genre, or even a lifestyle that feels strangely familiar yet unexplainably new. It's as if these shifts in preferences appeared out of thin air. Could it be that you're not the only one making these choices? It's possible that these changes are influenced by another version of you, an alternate self living in a parallel reality. This alternate version might have fully embraced these interests, nudging you to explore them in your world. Now, it's important to pay attention to the signs your alternate self is present. These shifts aren't just about picking up a new hobby on a whim. There's often a deeper, more mysterious connection at play. Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly being fascinated by painting or developing a passion for a particular cuisine you've never even tried before. What if these unexplained desires come from an alternate reality where your other self is a chef or an artist? It's like borrowing a piece of yourself from another universe, and it happens in the most subtle ways. If you've experienced such shifts, you're not alone. It's a sign that these parallel versions of you might be more intertwined with your current reality than you think. Take, for instance, the countless stories of people who suddenly change career paths or lifestyles without any logical explanation. These aren't just coincidences. They may be hints of synchronicities and parallel realities blending into your life, showing how your alternate selves are guiding you down paths that align with their own experiences. Keep your mind open, because the next time you feel an unexpected shift, it might be your alternate self leaving a breadcrumb trail for you to follow. Dreams of alternate realities. Have you ever had a dream so vivid, so real, that when you woke up, it felt like you were living another life? Maybe in this dream, you made different choices, lived in a different city, or even had a completely different job. These dreams can feel more than just random, almost like a window into another version of yourself, living out another reality. Could it be that your dreams of alternate realities are not just products of your subconscious, but actual glimpses into the life of your alternate self? Dreams have long been considered a bridge between our conscious and subconscious minds, but they may also act as a link to parallel realities. When you dream of living in places you've never been or having skills you've never learned, it could be your alternate self reaching out, sharing moments from their life. These dreams are filled with glitches in perception, where what you see and feel don't quite match your waking life. You wake up wondering if what you just experienced is more than imagination, maybe it's a reality that exists alongside your own. If these dreams keep recurring, it's worth paying attention. They could be a form of synchronicities and parallel realities trying to communicate with you. Perhaps you dream of flying one night, and then you come across stories of people experiencing the same. Or you meet a stranger in your dream, only to encounter someone eerily similar in real life. These connections can be signs your alternate self is present, attempting to guide you towards something important in your current reality. The next time you have one of these dreams, ask yourself, could this be more than just a figment of your imagination? Glitches in perception. Ever had a moment where reality just didn't seem quite right? Maybe you placed your keys on the kitchen counter, but the next moment, they're in your bag. Or time seems to slow down inexplicably during a routine task. These subtle, strange occurrences can feel like glitches in perception, where your senses fail to align with your expectations of reality. These moments, while fleeting, may be more than just tricks of the mind. They could be hints that your awareness has momentarily overlapped with a parallel version of yourself. These glitches often catch you off guard, and while it's easy to brush them off as forgetfulness or coincidence, they might be signs your alternate self is present. Imagine, in another reality, your alternate self moving through their day, just a step out of sync with you. The result? A quick flicker where objects seem to move on their own or time behaves oddly. It's almost like two realities are brushing up against each other for a brief moment, giving you a glimpse of the parallel life running alongside your own. Some people report these experiences more frequently than others, like when the same song plays everywhere they go, or they constantly encounter the same numbers or symbols. These recurring synchronicities and parallel realities are like the universe's way of showing that there's more to life than meets the eye. While it's easy to dismiss these moments, they might be signaling that you are closer than ever to tapping into the mysteries of parallel universes. What if these glitches in perception are merely the beginning of deeper connections to your alternate self? Recurring synchronicities. Have you ever noticed the same symbols, numbers, or events repeating in your life? Whether it's constantly seeing the number 1111 or running into the same person in different places, these are what we call recurring synchronicities. These meaningful coincidences aren't just random events, they may be signs that your alternate self is influencing your path, nudging you towards certain decisions or realizations. It's as if the universe is whispering to you, giving you clues about your connection to a parallel reality. These synchronicities are often subtle, but once you start noticing them, it becomes hard to ignore. Perhaps you've experienced moments where everything seems to align perfectly, almost too perfectly. Maybe a song that reminds you of a dream keeps playing, or you keep encountering people who reflect parts of yourself you've yet to explore. These patterns can be understood as glitches in perception, moments where the boundaries between parallel realities thin, and your alternate self is guiding you through their experiences. What if these synchronicities aren't just coincidences, but clues from another version of yourself, helping you unlock deeper truths? For those who pay attention, these patterns can feel like a breadcrumb trail, leading you towards something significant. You might even feel a sense of purpose as you recognize these repeated symbols. They aren't just coincidences, they're moments where the veil between your life and parallel realities thins. The next time you experience one of these synchronicities and parallel realities intersecting, ask yourself, what is my alternate self trying to show me? Embrace these clues, they may be the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of your connection to multiple versions of yourself. Feeling disconnected from your current reality. Have you ever felt like you don't fully belong where you are? Maybe it's a sense of being out of sync with the world around you, or perhaps you feel like you're watching your life from the outside. This feeling of displacement can be unsettling, but it might be more than just a fleeting emotion. It's possible that when you're feeling disconnected from your current reality, your awareness is temporarily aligning with a version of yourself in a parallel universe. This sense of disconnect could be a signal that your alternate self is trying to reach out. It's not uncommon to feel as though you're living in someone else's shoes, or that your life isn't quite what it should be. When this happens, it may be a subtle reminder that synchronicities and parallel realities are at play, guiding you toward an awareness of a different path. This feeling isn't a sign of something wrong, it's an invitation to explore what might be happening in a parallel life, where things are just slightly different. The key to understanding these moments of disconnection is to pay attention to how they arise. Do they come with vivid dreams of alternate realities, where you feel more at home than in your waking life? Or do they coincide with other strange experiences, like glitches in perception or recurring synchronicities. When you feel out of place, it might be that your consciousness is momentarily slipping into the realm of your alternate self, offering a glimpse of a life that could have been. Rather than resisting this feeling, try to explore it. It may hold the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of your existence across parallel realities. Now that you've uncovered these disturbing signs, the question is, what will you do with this newfound knowledge? Will you continue to dismiss those strange moments of déjà vu or glitches in perception, or will you start paying closer attention to the synchronicities and parallel realities that may be guiding your life? The signs are all around you, whether it's the vivid dreams of alternate realities or that feeling of being disconnected from reality. It's up to you to decide how deeply you want to explore these eerie connections with your alternate self. So, how do you feel about the idea that your life could be influenced by another version of you, living in a parallel reality? Have you experienced any of these signs yourself? Drop a comment below, and let's dive into this mystery together. Engaging with these concepts isn't just about understanding. You have the power to apply this knowledge, using it to better understand your life, your choices, and your connection to the multiverse. Subscribe to the channel and activate notifications so you don't miss out on more insights like these. Continue expanding your consciousness by watching the recommended video that you see on the screen right now.